Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So again, I wanted to come on here and warn you guys about taking advice about narcissism online. All you have to do is go look at these true crime TV shows, YouTube channels where they're talking about these true crimes, and you can look at um, some of the things that especially the ones that were in relationships with the person who murdered them or unalived them. Um, when you look at this, you'll see that a lot of those murderers have some type of narcissistic, psychopathic type personality. Okay, and they displayed this in the relationship. And when the female finally gets smart, or the male gets smart and try to separate themselves from this toxic person, whether they're a narcissist, they haven't dealt with their childhood issues, whatever type of psychiatric, disorder that they are dealing with, when you go look at this stuff, you'll find that people were trying to separate themselves from these people. Their families were trying to help them do it. Their friends were trying to help them do it. But this person unalives them, okay? So this is why I tell people to be careful with taking advice that you see on YouTube where they're saying, oh, how to drive the narcissist crazy, okay? Even in the workplace, I wouldn't even do some of those tactics because you're seeing more and more on TV where you're seeing more and more on these television shows, these people who are going into the workplace shooting up the place, okay? You see them doing all kind of stuff, and a lot of times, um, uh, people who have issues with the people they work with or their employer, they're doing all kind of clandestine things to sabotage that employee, and the employees and the employer. Okay, so this is a thing that you have to look out for. So this is what I try to continually, with the couple of videos that I did about narcissism, to try to warn people about. Now, why would you take advice on quote unquote how to drive the narcissist crazy, okay, when you can find in real time? I'm not making this up, okay? I'm not telling you to walk in fear. But at the same time, if you can do things, all things in a peaceful way, why would you not choose peace? Okay. And like I said, you can see in real time, like you can look up these videos, you can look up these true crimes. And when they're talking about the person who did the murdering, okay, who unalived these people, okay, you'll see that they had problematic, toxic, narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic, whatever you want to call it, type energy and behavior. So my thing is, if you're coming from an energy of God protect me, God vindicate me, God bring justice to this situation, if you coming from a true energy and spirit like that, that's one thing. But if you're coming from the spirit of maliciousness and revenge, you want to quote unquote get back at the person who wronged you. Now you need to start questioning your narcissistic tendencies, because that is one of the primary things that narcissists do. They will not allow you to do something to them and get away with it. okay? And that's just what it is. Now, again, there's an exception to that rule when people are trying to reinforce healthy boundaries. Okay? You don't let a man beat up on you or cheat on you without reinforcing some healthy boundary to let him know that behavior is not okay. When reinforcing healthy boundaries, okay, that's fine. But I want to caution people, you know your intentions. You can lie to me, you can lie to other people, you can fake the funk for whoever, but you know what your true intention is. Okay, and if it's not coming from a true place of, I have to defend myself, I have to reinforce healthy boundaries, then you are the one in error. Okay, this is why a lot of times when you play in those type of games with narcissists, they usually win because that is their natural element, that is their natural mindset anyway. Okay, this is something a lot of times, and especially if you're dealing with somebody in their late 20s, 30s, they're in their 40s. Okay, forget about if they in their 50s and 60s. Okay, they've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years. They've been mastering it for years. Okay, and when you have somebody who's been mastering manipulation for years, honey, your little rookie games is not going to get it. Okay, is not going to get it. You have to, in essence, become the thing you hate in order to beat it. Okay, and that's just what it is. So if that's the type of energy you want to be in, again, I tell people on my YouTube channel, this is just my opinion. I may say it with a lot of passion, like I'm telling you, you must do it, but you don't have to take my advice. You don't have to take anybody's advice, okay? Do what you know you are spiritually, mentally, energetically, and physically. Let me say again, physically able to handle, because um, I'm telling you, watch these videos and TV shows that talk about true crimes and listen to the characteristics and the mannerisms of the person who did the unaliving of the other person. Okay? Go watch that. Go watch how the family members and friends knew that this person was problematic and that this would eventually escalate to something where the person would either get seriously hurt or be unalived. So why would you put yourself in a situation where somebody, I listened to one YouTube channel where they said the narcissist is emotionally unstable. Why would you want to do things that would agitate somebody like that, where their behavior now becomes unpredictable? Like, I be scratching my head and I be thinking to myself, this doesn't even sound like sound advice. Okay, it sounds like the narcissist telling you how to agitate the narcissist so that, okay, they can do harm to you. Okay, I heard one person who gave advice who actually put out the disclaimer. If you feel your life is in danger, or if you think this person will escalate to violence, it's better for you not to play those type of games. Like, when I heard that, I was like, I'm glad she put out that disclaimer, because what she's saying is most certainly going to make some emotionally unstable narcissists um, do something irrational. So why would you want to instigate something like that is, I guess, my question. I never did understand when I was watching a lot of these videos why they would want to instigate something with the narcissist, okay? And what you have to understand is that the narcissist is watching these videos too. The narcissist is watching these videos too, and these narcissists have YouTube channels, okay? Some of them are open, and I guess part of their healing is to warn people about some of the tactics that they personally used on people. Okay. And a lot of it is covert narcissism where they're not telling you they're a narcissist, but they're telling you how to drive the narcissist crazy. Like, and they know good and well if you do that, you're going to be in trouble if you're dealing with somebody who's unstable. And you're not going to know what type of narcissist you're dealing with. You cannot clinically diagnose somebody by watching a couple of YouTube videos. It don't even work like that in psychiatry. Like, I be scratching my head trying to figure it out. And the example I'll give you, the best example I could give you of this, if you go Google certain symptoms, if you're having certain symptoms of something and you Google those symptoms, Dr. Google, okay, is going to give you a few disorders that have those symptoms in common. And that's what it is, people. They're going to give you certain disorders that have those symptoms in common. Okay. But there are other tests that need to be done in order to make a diagnosis, okay, a definitive diagnosis. Okay. And then again, a lot of times that's not even a quote unquote sure thing, you know? A lot of times when doctors are dealing with um, things like that, they do something called consult. Okay, it's called a consultation. Okay, where they have to consult with another two or more physicians to find out, is this what I think it is based upon these tests and these results. Okay, go research that stuff. Okay, which you should be doing anyway. You should never be just taking advice from YouTube or social media about anything. Okay, um, especially something that serious. Oh my God, I cannot stress that enough, especially about something that serious. Again, 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 again. I am reiterating, go watch. And I think most women do. Most of the women I know do. But I'll binge watch these true crime shows. Okay? The ones that YouTubers do and the one that's on these real um television programs, okay? I binge watch these things, okay? And it's consistent over and over and over again where you see that that person was having problematic behavior, okay? And they thought, they're going to put it to this person. Again, be careful of the energy you in, okay? And then they going tit for tat for this person in order to gain their freedom from this person. And the person unalives them. And I'm thinking to myself, holy crap. Okay? And some of them, even when you do everything right, even when you do everything right, it still ends up in a situation where the person will unalive the other person. So in a scenario when you're doing everything right, this could happen. What's going to happen if you go and tit for tat, you trying to agitate them, you trying to quote unquote put it to them? Like, why would you even want to be in that energy? Why, again, in order to beat the narcissist at their own game, you have to become that which you're complaining about, that which you despise, that you're saying is giving you such a hard time, and you wish they would get deliverance. You will literally have to transform into that which you don't like in order to beat it at its own game. And that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you can research that statement. Like, I make certain statements that sound like, I'm saying random things, but if you go research how the FBI, special investigators at the Department of Justice infiltrate gangs and other things like that, okay? Gangs, mobs, the mob, and any organized criminal organization, go research how they do that. Go research how the CIA does what it does. They become like the thing that they are investigating, and then they infiltrate it. Okay? And if they cannot find enough evidence to, bring it to a court of law, what do? They begin disbanding it from the inside out. Okay? They begin to tear it apart from the inside out by infiltrating it, meaning you have to think, move, and operate like the enemy. Oh, uh-oh. So when you are taking advice from people telling you, ooh, how to drive the narcissist crazy, no, ma'am, no, sir. I do not want to be, think, and move and operate like a narcissist, because that energy will surely get into me. I don't want to think and be like the narcissist. I want to remain the loving, sweet person, spiritual, empathetic person that God has made me to be, okay? I don't want to be on any level like the narcissist. What I want is good advice on how to separate myself in a loving way and let them uh, do what it is they do. Okay? Because eventually everything comes full circle. Okay? Everything comes full circle. Okay? There's an exception to that rule, but everything comes full circle. Okay? So I don't have to become like a narcissist in order to beat the narcissist at his own game, to drive them crazy. I know they're going to run up on a narcissist, a covert narcissist that's bigger and badder than them, and they're going to find out the hard way that their behavior was not appropriate. Okay? It was not appropriate. Okay? And if you have ever seen two narcissists go at each other, I'm telling you, just sit back, eat popcorn, and sip tea. Okay? That's like you want to be on the sidelines and not in the mix. Okay? You want to be on the sidelines for that one. Okay? But that's all I have for you. I appreciate everybody listening and watching my YouTube channel. You can share the stuff that I had to say, but I just ask that you leave a link so people can find the original video so that they can listen to. And if you haven't, please subscribe and give this a thumbs up, because it will help with the algorithm. And YouTube will suggest my video more to people who want to know about that. Okay, thank you. Bye.